Here's the best practices to warm up your cold email domain. Number one, start by sending 5 emails a day. Number two, increase that by 1 email per day. So on day 2, you send 6, on day 3, you send 7, on day 4, you send 8, and so on and so forth. Now, number three, you keep increasing that limit until you hit 20 emails a day. Now, number four, you want to do this for 28 days straight. And number five, you want to keep your reply rate at maximum 30%. 30% is good enough for your ESP to consider, you know what, yeah, this seems like natural behavior. There's no artificial way that you're fooling it somehow, which is, what you're actually trying to do. It's absolutely worth it for you to get a software to do this for you. Any email software will work. I'm just going to give you my two recommendations. Number one, my favorite one, by the way, is Warm by Lemlist. Here's why. First of all, they have the nicest and cleanest looking UI that I've ever seen for an email software. And if you go in the cockpit section over here, they have all the settings that I was talking about. So for example, warm up email per day after ramp up. So this is after ramp up, right? Like you set the limit to 20. So this will only send 20 emails per day. I think they automatically start at 5. I can't remember at this point. You also have the option to set your daily ramp up increment volume. I just set it to 1 because overall we want our emails to warm up for a total of at least 28 days. So yeah, and the other thing that they do really well is that they have this visual representation of since the time you started sending your emails to how they, over time, how it looks. So if I show you here, I have 3 emails set up on my lem list. So this is a great example. So I started at 2, even better. So sending 2, then 3, then 4, so on and so forth till the point that now I'm sending 19, 20 emails a day. It never sends more than 20. Right? And here's the replies. Where are my replies landing? So the green is obviously it's in the inbox, which is great, and the red means they got spammed. Lemlist just takes care of this for you, so you don't have to worry about anything. And let's see. And the other thing that I really like is they have this visual representation of how your inbox is doing, or your cold email account is doing. So at this point, yeah, the third one also actually came online, but this actually just came online today. And this is, if I count this out, it's been at least 30, 32 days for me since I've been warming up my email for it to finally reach this score of 80. Now, this is another cool thing. They actually tell you here you can start your campaign or you should wait for a while or, whatever have you. As long as it's in the red zone, you don't really turn on your cold email campaigns using this account. You basically wait till it's in green, right? And a solid way to wait for that, again, just wait for 28 days. That should be a good enough time for your cold email account to get warmed up. And the only thing that I don't like about LemWarm is that if I go back in the cockpit area, there is no place for me to change the reply rate. It kind of just does it itself. So that's the only drawback that I see. But other than that, if you have, an email that you want to warm up, Lemlist, you can't really go wrong with Lemlist. As you can tell, I'm a huge fan of Lemlist and the LemWarm software. But unfortunately, there are 2 drawbacks here. One, as I mentioned, that they don't have the manual reply rate that you can adjust. They kind of just reply on their own. I'm not really sure what percentage that they're replying at. The second thing is that they limit you to a maximum of 3 emails. Now, technically, they limit you to 1. So let me show you here. If we look at plans and pricing, I'm just on the pricing page of Lemlist. This is yearly. Let's switch to monthly. Their starter pack or their starter plan rather, email starter plan at $39 only allows you 1 sending email. And if we go here, I think they say LemWarm, right? LemWarm for free. Oh wow, they don't even include LemWarm in their starter pack anymore. So that's just yeah. Actually, I don't even know if I can recommend this anymore because it's crazy. And here's the reason. You'll see it right now. If we go to another software that I recommend, SmartLead, if we go under pricing here, let's go to their monthly plan, $39 for their basic plan. Let's over here for marketers, scale up business. Here we go. Unlimited email accounts, unlimited email warm up versus LemWarm with their 1 sending email account for $39, and apparently you have to pay for LemWarm as well. That didn't used to be the case. I literally just found out while recording this. This is kind of ridiculous. So if you're starting out, I would say having a pretty UI I don't think it's worth paying $70. And even on the $70, you can only have 3 sending emails. Now, if you could be wondering, well, why am I using it? The reason I'm using it is because I bought it a long time ago when they initially came out, And at the time, it was a killer deal. And I guess I have their pro account. I never really knew that. But even here, like 15 sending emails for 159 a month, that's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, I would say just use Smart Lead then. So let me show you the good things about Smart Lead. If we dive in here, I have their $39 basic plan and I've set up 7 domains here. So the only thing that I don't like about Smart Lead is that they make it look like 2 weeks is good enough for your emails to be warmed up and ready for outbound email. I definitely don't think so. I mean, it should be a minimum of 3, but if you intend to use cold emails to seriously grow your business, like just bite the bullet and stick to 28 days, go for the proper domain warm-up process. Just don't skimp on this. Like it's just not worth it. There's a huge hassle when, your domains get blocked or whatever, and you just don't want to deal with it. You might as well wait the 4 weeks, do the 28 days, and just live the rest of your life happily ever after, basically. So if we look here in terms of their settings, so these guys have actually pretty legit settings. So all this, I'm not going to go through this stuff, but the one thing that I did want to show you, yeah, here we go. So they also have a daily ramp up volume, which is 1. Every day it increases by 1. The total number of warm up emails sent to send per day, 20. That's per account. You have to set it up per account. And over here, reply rate. Okay, I set mine to 45. I guess 30 to 45 is like decent, right? So just don't do like 100 or 80%. Like almost everybody in the world is replying to my emails, because then that just sets your own emails up for failure, basically. So that's what I would say. Actually, I would say just use Smart Lead. If you're new, follow the 5 steps that I told you about and use Smart Lead and set up your emails for the first month. Just let them basically think of it like you're cooking, right? Like you're baking your cake in the oven. If you actually want the cake to turn out well, you can't pull it out halfway through and expect it to taste great. That's just not going to happen. So that's pretty much it. These are the basic, these are the best practices for how to warm up your cold email outreach domains so that you actually get responses, you get clients, you get people who are willing to engage with you in your business, and so you can grow your business. So if you have any other questions around cold emailing and whatnot, I've been in cold emails since 2017. So it's my 7th or 8th year in cold email marketing right now, and I absolutely love this stuff. I'm super passionate about it. Whatever questions you have, just drop them in the comments below, and I'll make videos about all your questions. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If it gave you some value, if you thought it was interesting or helped you out, just smash that like button, and I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.